Hey everyone, it's that time of day. Come on in. The water is fine. Who's with me today? Here we go. Hello, Catherine. I am well, thank you. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Sarah. And there's my girl, Yvonne. Yay, she's back. So nice to see everyone. Hello, Monica. And MJ's in the house. Who else is here? Carol Ann's in. Yay. And so is Cynthia. Hello, Cynthia. And Corliss. Denise. I love watching you guys all come in. It's always so much fun. It is the romper room effect, isn't it? Good morning, Diane. And Manon, good to see you. Jenny's here. You guys, Jenny's here. Hi, Rebecca, Martha, and Joanne. Hello, lovelies. My lovelies. Hey, I've got a tough love message for you today, so buckle up, buttercups. It's gonna be a big one today. I find these messages are for me, a lot of them, and I hope you've all got backbones, not just wishbones. Yep. Hello, Vanessa. Everybody's so glad to see you there, Jenny. We're glad to have you back. She's moved, but I know she's not all moved in, so there's that. Oh my goodness. Yay! Yes, say hello, say hello. And then Caroline did her jammy egg thingy yesterday. Did you see that with the asparagus and the soft-boiled eggs? Wasn't that look gorgeous? Who's gonna make that salad? It looks really lovely. Today we're going to be doing something. I've got some fresh salmon that I'm going to be making today. And lately I have been on this bratwurst and sauerkraut kick. I'm going to tell you guys, I think you should listen to yourself when you seem to be getting hungry and you want something specific, unless it's crap, of course. But sauerkraut is so good for you. They've got a raw sauerkraut at Trader Joe's that's just absolutely divine. And what I do is I saute up some onions, just, using a little avocado oil or whatever, and just get them nice and browned. Then I take that it's raw sauerkraut with pickled Persian cucumbers in it. Oh, it's so good. And it's in the refrigerated section. Lots of live cultures. Take a huge heaping of that. Then I put those warm onions on top. Then I do some chunky mustard, the grainy mustard, brown grainy mustard, and some bratwurst. That was my lunch today. I had lunch because today is Q&A day. If you are a part of my Take Back Your Life community or Hot Milk Club, so we're doing Q&A today at 2. So I need to get right on it. How is everyone? Are you doing well? Oh, Bubbies is so good about Bubby. I love Bubbies. Yeah, that's my favorite. Anyway, our quote of the week is, let's see, what is our quote of the week? There is no influence like the influence of habit. And I didn't flip the thingy. Sorry about that. There is no influence like the influence of habit by Gilbert Parker. And part of what I'm going to be talking about today is really about getting into those habits. Yes, that's birds singing outside. We have no rain for right now. And maybe today, this afternoon at 4 o'clock, maybe I'll do a little, if it's beautiful outside, I'll show you our mountain laurel that's all blooming, and I'll give you all that pretty stuff. I'll show you all the pretty stuff, if it's pretty. Sometimes it is not like that. So we always have supplements. We have a raw sauerkraut is sauerkraut that's not been cooked. Because that's how you get it basically in the store when it's in the can and what have you. So when you buy sauerkraut, raw sauerkraut, it is raw. They don't when they can it, they don't you know, whatever. They don't, it's not cooked. Canning cooks things. This mindful mug, isn't it so cute? I just ordered a whole bunch more because you guys are ordering a lot of supplements. And my suggestion is that you keep those supplements going. You know, this is one of the ways our consistency is what gives us our health. When we have consistent, good, healthy habits, it helps to ramp up our health. I mean, we get better health that way, right? If you are consistently eating an anti-inflammatory diet, you get rid of your inflammation. You correct your hunger hormones. Isn't it interesting how all that happens? And what we're talking about today is basically getting to the place so that those things can become habits. Because habit is basically the framework of our lives, the framework. So I say this because, you know, if you have digestion problems and if you have issues like eating a steak, you feel bloated and you feel terrible, if you have a gallbladder that's missing or compromised or whatever, this is the thing for you. It's called digestymes, and these make such a difference when you take them with a meal. You can get them, if you get them and put them in your cart, and whatever it is that you buy, as long as you put ships free in the promo window, it ships free for you. Your whole entire cart. All the shipping is on us. So take advantage of that. That's a big, big deal. And if you buy $100 worth of stuff, for $5 you get a mindful mug. If you buy $200 worth of stuff, you get a mindful mug free, and I will send you this cute little note card saying how much I love you. Enzymes, see, there you go. Christy's talking about it. I don't have a gallbladder. I get so bloated. Enzymes changed my life. They did. They changed mine too. This is why they're in the shop, you know? They're in the shop. Everything that's in the shop has dramatically changed my life. Everything. And all 4 of our Core 4 supplements that Marla and I have put together, all of these, dramatically changed my life. Having the correct amount of vitamin D, having your cow mags in proper proportion, changed my life. All of it is so critically important. And you can find out more about the Wise Women supplements just going to savingdinner.com/wise. Like I said, today I'm cooking at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. There's a hair on me. Get off. I don't like that. It makes me crazy. There's 4 p.m. and I will be doing something with salmon. I've shown you how to do salmon with our hot melt salmon, which is just to die for, right? Yes, just to die for. I showed you how to do hot melt salmon. I've also showed you how to do salmon in a Dijon mustard sauce. Wasn't that to die for as well? I don't know what I'm doing today because those are my 2 go-tos. Those are the 2 ways that I prepare salmon. So I'm going to have, I'm going to give it a shot here on something else and see what else I can do. I might do a curry. You know, I love curries. Don't you love curry? So let's see here. When I'm talking about, you know, one of the things I always say when I'm talking to a coaching client, I say, well, you know, really, how bad do you really want it? You know, what's standing in your way? Well, I don't know. I just did, you know, it's this and it's that. And we all have our reasons, don't we? We all have our reasons. But, you know, I have been thinking about it long and hard because, you know, I have things that are standing in my way as well. And when I really examine what the things are that are standing in my way, they're not things that are standing in my way. I'm standing in my way. It's my unwillingness to do something that makes it not get done. I just want to have you sit on that for half a second. Because the reasons that we can't do something, or the reason that something's out of reach for us, or the reason that we're not getting the results that we want, or the reasons why this is still an issue or that is still an issue or whatever, is because of an unwillingness on your part in some way or another. Think about that. So how badly do you want it isn't really the question. Is like, how much are you willing to give it your all? Should be the question. Because when it's, what we have to do is go back into who we are and pull that out. Because we always have a reason why we can't do that. I mean, I'll give you one of the biggest ones. Like, for example, the biggest discussion I ever have with anybody in the sprint, especially, because the sprint's starting, by the way, June 8th. If you are not signed up for it, come on in. It's free. Go to savingdinner.com and you can get the sprint. But here's the biggest thing that everybody says. Oh, I can't drink my coffee black. I can't do that. I have to have creamer, or I have to have milk, or I have to have this, or I have to have that. And I'm like, really? You have to? The thing is, we don't have to. It's we're unwilling to give that up. Let's flip the way we talk about things and understand what it is that we're willing to do and what we're not willing to do. You got that? Because it's a matter of willingness. And when we start, that's how we stand in our own way. We stand in our own way by saying, I can't do this, when it's something really what you need to say is, I am unwilling to do this. Now we're talking about the truth, right? Because you can do it. You can give up cream. You can give up creamer. You can give up the flavored whatever, fill in the blank. You can give up Diet Coke. You can give up sugar. You can give up all of this stuff. You're just not willing to. Let's just call it for what it is. That makes it easier, doesn't it? And it also gives you food for thought. Like, whoa. What do I really want then? What do you really want then? Because if we can dig in and we can go into the place of what's really at stake here, and we stop with the nonsense, because those are full-on lies. I can't. Yes, you can. You're unwilling. Okay? That's the statement. No. Don't ever say I cannot, unless I'm saying run a marathon and or go do something ridiculous. I'm not asking you to do something ridiculous. I'm asking you to give up something that's holding you back. Flour, sugar, coffee, creamer, all those things. Give those things up. Are you willing to? Because when we understand that, then we can go from the place of I can't, which is just cuts everything off, and now we're off to the next thing, to I'm unwilling. Okay, so what's that about? Then we can start digging. Then we can start getting into the answers. Then we've got a place to go. I can't stops the whole process. I can't is a stop, about face, and go the other way. And you're right, you can't. You can't do this, and you can, though, stay on the carousel of crazy for the rest of your life. And probably you will, because you can't see past your own can't. Your can't is a big shout out to the world. I am unwilling. So when we go to this place of saying, okay, I am willing, then you have to go to the next deeper place. And that is, am I willing to be uncomfortable? Am I willing to put the time aside? Am I willing to be sore from working out? Am I willing to just buck up and take it? Am I willing to change my schedule to accommodate this new thing that I'm trying to do? Am I willing to do it when I'm not wanting to do it? Those are the questions that need to be answered, because those are the questions that when they're answered thoroughly, they will move the needle and they will get you off of the carousel of crazy forever, because you've changed your mind. You haven't made an excuse anymore. You've got into it and you've dug and you've done the work and you've found the gold that's within. That's the point, because we all have it. We all have the gold that's within, but our can'ts, I can't do it. I can't give up creamer in my coffee. I can't do fill in the blank, is our stop point. That's the stop. I'm getting off the bus and I'm going to walk the rest of my way home. Think about that for a minute. That is powerful stuff. That's powerful stuff, because when we say I'm unwilling, when we say I can't, but I'm unwilling, we're saying, oh dear, there's something here. Oh goodness, this is what this is really about. It isn't that you can't, because it's not like somebody's holding a gun to your head and says, only drink coffee with sweetener and cream in it. No one's doing that. You can give it up anytime. Are you willing to be uncomfortable a little bit and not like it at first? Sure. But it's a training ground, you know? Are you willing to train for what it is that you want? Ask anybody who's out there who's ever run a race, ever been in any kind of a competition. Did they practice? Was it comfortable? Did you enjoy it all the time? Muhammad Ali was, you know, he was the greatest and all of that. I was never really a big fan, but I did see, oh, I don't remember, Mark was watching some thingy about him, and I was really impressed with his work ethic and with what his belief system was about, because it was never about being comfortable and happy and all of that. I mean, think about a boxing career. Think about what you know, you have to get in great shape, and that's grueling. And then when you get into great shape, then you got to get into a ring and let somebody hit you. I mean, yeah, I guess you got to love the sport or whatever, but that's uncomfortable all the way. There is no comfort in this sport. There's nothing in this sport. So if we go to this place of just doing it anyway because there is a goal in mind, there's a vision that we have for ourselves, and that we are stronger than we think we are, we've got the goods already, and we're willing to dig to get it out, then things happen. Big things happen. So when you are faced with challenges like giving up creamer in your coffee, or working out, or losing 20 pounds or more, or whatever it is, you have different ways of reacting to this whole thing. You know, you can just say, well, you know, I can't do this and this, that, and the other thing, give up, you know, have your whole excuses ready, or I've got 5 F's for you. And here are your choices. The first one is fight for what you want, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the consequences. Okay? Fight for it, regardless of the consequences. That's number 1. Number 2 is that you can just fold, give in, say it's not for me. I can't give up this coffee creamer. Number 3 is just, you know, do a typical carousel of crazy thing. Just stop. Say, you know what, this isn't for me. I need to go find something else, right? This is what we do on the carousel of crazy. We jump off, we jump on. We jump off, we jump on. We find a new guru, find a new diet, find a new something, because we know that the perfect plan is out there somewhere that's going to accommodate all of our needs. We're never going to have to be uncomfortable. It's always going to be, and it's going to be easy. It's just going to fall off of us just like nothing. We don't have to exercise. It's just all we do is just like, it's like magic. It's there somewhere, right? That's what a lot of people do. Or you can flee and go the other way and just, you know, default and go back to all the things that you've done before. How well's that working out for you, to quote Dr. Phil, right? Or you can also figure out how to solve it. You can figure that out, right? You can dig it out. You can say, you know what? I'm not like digging this coffee with no sugar and cream in it, but I'm willing to go there. I'm not liking doing the push-ups on the floor like I was doing a little bit earlier, and just marveling at how weak I've become because I have not stayed with my habit of working out. But I'm willing to go there. I'm willing to do it anyway. And this is the thing that I know. And this is the thing that I have seen after 20-something years, 25, 26 years now of coaching and doing nutrition counseling with people. The women who have been successful have been the women who've been willing. Period. Period. That's it. They've been willing. They didn't push back when I said, really, you gotta, you know, you've just turned your coffee into pudding, to quote Robert Silly. You know, all that cream and sugar. You got to get rid of that. That's all inflammation. It's got to go. The women who give up the Diet Cokes, the women who've given up the, what is that garbage that you put in it's like fake sweetener lemon junk that you put in your water. I have had a number of people who've been hooked on that as well. willing to give it up. Willingness is an open door. Willingness gives you answers to what's going on. I can't is the stop. It just stop, get me out, I'm done. That's what I can't is. The only time I can't is, and in context, you guys, right? I can't is if it's something that is fully beyond your capacity. But we have the ability. We have the ability to say, I'm willing. We have the ability to say, I'll try. Well, Marla always says, well, trying is lying, but Crystal Light, that's it. Yeah, that's the one that I've had to counsel people on. We don't have to do that. We don't have to be drinking that garbage. We need to be drinking things that are going to feed and nourish and refresh our bodies, giving it the hydration that it needs, and we're not going to do it. How do you learn to like, Joanne's asking, how do you learn to like black coffee? You just do. Joanne, I'm 62 years old, and for the first 50 years of my life, well, let's go even longer than that, probably I was about 55 when I gave up putting cream in my coffee. I used to do cream and sugar until I was about 45, gave up the sugar and just did cream. 45 to 55, I was convinced that there was no way, but I was willing to try it. And I backed it out, I backed it out, I backed it out. And if you like coffee, then you will like black coffee. It'll just be a new learning experience. That's all. And if we are willing to go there and willing to try and give it our all, watch what happens. And watch what happens to you as well. Because one of the things that I have noticed in all these years of coaching all these clients is that the woman who does that, who's willing, who opens up her gates, if you will, to say, yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm going to try. Yes, I'm all in, is the woman that gets not only results with her weight loss, not only results in her health, but her whole life changes in a positive way. And that's why I'm saying it's never, ever, ever just about a cute pair of jeans. It's about your health. It's about your life. It's about the quality of the life that you want to lead. And so I always ask you this at the end of this, and just hear me for a minute. What you think about expands. So if what you think about expands and you think, I can't, you have a lot of I can'ts in your life. I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. I could never do this. I can't do that. I want you to listen to yourself this week. Say that. If you hear yourself saying that, I want you to go write it down and really think about it. Is this true that you can't do that? Or are you unwilling? Because what you think about expands. And if there's a lot of I can'ts in your life life is small and narrow. And if life is always working out on your behalf, if you're canting it away, it's not going to be working out on your behalf. You're going to find exactly what you're looking for, which probably isn't the stuff that you're looking for necessarily. But it will show up. When you can't, you're putting a stop here, a stop there, and a stop here, okay? Those stops are everywhere, and those stops stop you from getting the life that you want. That's all. You're telling basically the whole world, I can't do anything. I'm done. So how are you going to collect this evidence to support you that the life that you want to lead? If what I think expands, what do I need to do to flip that around? What's the conversation that you need to have? And my opinion is about conversation I need to have. Is it that I can't, or is it that I'm unwilling? That's the conversation. That is also a great journal exercise for you to really dig in and see what's going on. And then is that going to help you live a more vibrant and a more optimal life? Is it? Is it going to give you all the things that you want, or is it going to just keep holding you back? Those are the questions you have to be asking yourself. Those questions. Because those questions are going to answer the deeper questions and the deeper goals and visions that you have for your life. You'll never get off the dime if you can't yourself to death. Can't is not for us. What we need to be looking for is, am I unwilling or am I willing? Those are the only two questions. Am I unwilling or am I willing? That's it. I hope that hit you like it hit me. That was my journal exercise this morning, and I thought I'd share it with you. So I'll just tell you right now, I am willing, and I am in the middle of almost I've got about 4 more chapters to wrap the book. So I am willing to do the work that I need to do. Before I was thinking, I can't do that because I'm after work, I want to be, I want to go watch TV with Mark and sit around and this, that, and the other thing. No, I am willing to get it done. I'm willing to do what I need to do, and I'm working after work to do it. That's all. It's that simple. I'm willing, are you? I hope so. And listen, don't forget about our Wise Women supplements. They are going fast. I've put a huge reorder in, but I want you to grab yours while you can right now. Go to savingdinner.com/wise. Pinkies up, ladies. This is what we do. This is the way that we get what we want. We're willing. I'm with you. Peace.